I'm Eula Clark, Vice Mayor of the City of Stuart. We're celebrating our 2020 Constitution reading. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, most of our participants will not be at our usual place at the East 10th Street Recreation Center or even at our City Hall, but we appreciate their participation. The Constitution was signed on September 17, 1797 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Our Constitution sets out the rules that guides our country. Specifically, our Constitution sets out our executive, legislative, and judicial branches of our governments and determines their powers and function. Most importantly, our Constitution sets out the rights of our citizens. The Constitution begins with these famous words: "We, the people of the United States of America." Today, as we celebrate, we ask that you consider the words of our Constitution, and that we hope that this reading of the Constitution in 2020 will give you hope and encouragement and will allow you to live up to the true meaning of our Constitution as we strive to celebrate liberty and justice for all and continuously pursue and maintain our freedom in these United States of America.
Also elected, I'm Scott.
I'm Jeff.
I'm Claudius.
I'm Elaine. I'm Tyler.
We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, to ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America.
I'm Ms. Jada. This is kindergarten at East Street Initiative. I am reading Article 1, Section 1, the Congress. All legislative powers herein granted shall be vested in Congress of the United States, which shall consist of a Senate and House of Representatives.
Robin Cryer, U.S. Census Bureau. Article 1, Section 2, the House of Representatives. The House of Representatives shall be composed of members chosen every second year by the people of the several states, and the electors in each state shall have the qualifications requisite for electors of the most numerous branch of the state legislature. No person shall be a representative who shall not have attained to the age of 25 years and been 7 years a citizen of the United States, and who shall not, when elected, be an inhabitant of the state in which he shall be chosen. Representatives and direct taxes shall be apportioned among the several states which may be included within this union, according to their respective numbers, which shall be determined by adding to the whole number of free persons, including those bound to service for a term of years, and excluding Indians not taxed, 3/5 of all other persons. The actual enumeration shall be made within 3 years after the first meeting of the Congress of the United States, and within every subsequent term of 10 years, in such a manner as they shall by law direct. The number of representatives shall not exceed 1 for every 30,000, but each state shall have at least 1 representative. And until such enumeration shall be made, the state of New Hampshire shall be entitled thus 3, Massachusetts 8, Rhode Island and Providence Plantations 1, Connecticut 5, New York 6, New Jersey 4, Pennsylvania 8, Delaware 1, Maryland 6, Virginia 10, North Carolina 5, South Carolina 5, and Georgia 3. When vacancies happen in the representation from any state, the executive authority thereof shall issue writs of election to fill such vacancies. The House of Representatives shall choose their Speaker and other officers, and shall have the sole power of impeachment.
Hello, I'm Julie McHenry with the City of Stuart Community Services Department, home of the East Stuart Youth Initiative. I'm reading Article 1, Section 3, the Senate. The Senate of the United States shall be composed of 2 senators from each state, chosen by the legislature thereof for 6 years, and each senator shall have 1 vote. No person shall be a senator who shall not have attained the age of 30 years and been 9 years a citizen of the United States, and who shall not, when elected, be an inhabitant of the state for which he was chosen. The Vice President of the United States shall be President of the Senate, but shall have no vote unless they be equally divided. The Senate shall have the sole power to try all impeachments.
Hi, I'm Cher Fisher, President of Kiwanis Club of Stuart. I'll be reading Article 1, Section 4, Meetings of Congress. The times, places, and manner of holding elections for senators and representatives shall be prescribed in each state by the legislature thereof. But the Congress may at any time, by law, make or alter such regulations, except as to the place of choosing senators. The Congress shall assemble at least once in every year, and such meeting shall be on the first Monday in December, unless they shall by law appoint a different day.
Hi, my name is Mary Kindle. I'm the City Clerk for the City of Stuart. Article 1, Section 5, Rules of Congress. Each House shall be the judge of the elections, returns, and qualifications of its own members, and a majority of each shall constitute a quorum to do business. Each House may determine the rules of its proceedings, punish its members for disorderly behavior, and with the concurrence of 2/3 expel a member. Each House shall keep a journal of its proceedings and from time to time publish the same. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Mr. Jeffrey with 2nd grade at the East Stuart Youth Initiative. This is Article 1, Section 6. Senators and Representatives. The Senators and Representatives shall receive a compensation for their services, to be ascertained by law and paid out of the Treasury of the United States. They shall in all cases except treason, felony, and breach of peace be privileged from arrest during their attendance at the session of their respective
houses and going to
Article 1, Section 7, the passage of bills. Every bill which shall have passed the House of Representatives and the Senate shall, before it becomes a law, be presented to the President of the United States. If he approves, he shall sign it, but if not, he shall return it. If after such reconsideration, 2/3 of that House shall agree to pass the bill, it shall be sent to the other House, by which it shall likewise be reconsidered. And if approved by 2/3 of that House, it shall become a law.
Hey everyone, Congressman Brian Mast here. I hope that you're all doing well. I want to talk about Article 1, Section 8, powers of Congress in the Constitution. The Congress shall have the power to lay and collect taxes, duties, imposts, and excises to pay the debts and provide for the common defense and the general welfare of the United States, to borrow money on the credit of the United States, and to regulate commerce with foreign nations and among the several states and with the Indian tribes. The Congress shall have the power to establish a uniform rule of naturalization and uniform laws on the subject of bankruptcies throughout the United States, to coin money, regulate the value thereof and of foreign coin, and fix the standard of weights and measures. The Congress shall have the power to constitute the tribunals inferior to the Supreme Court, to define and punish piracies and felonies committed on the high seas and offenses against the law of nations, to declare war and to raise and support armies. The Congress shall have the power to make all laws which shall be necessary and proper for carrying into the execution of forging powers and all other powers vested by this Constitution in the government of the United States or in any department or officer thereof.
My name is Nerlane Smart, and I'm an Assistant State Attorney. in the Martin County office. Article 1, Section 9. The privilege of the writ of habeas corpus shall not be suspended unless, when in cases of rebellion or invasion, the public safety may require it. No bill of attainder or ex post facto law shall be passed. No money shall be drawn from the Treasury, but in consequence of appropriations made by law, and a regular statement and account of the receipts and expenditures of all public money shall be published from time to time. No title of nobility shall be granted by the United States.
Article 1, Section 10. State enters treaties without Congress. No state shall enter into any treaty, alliance, or confederation, grant letters of marque and reprisals, coin money, emit bills of credit, make anything but gold and silver coin a tender in payment of debts, pass any bill of attainder, ex post facto law, or law impairing the obligations of contracts, or grant any title of nobility.
Hi, I'm Hannah Greenlee. I'm an 11th grader at Jensen Beach High School, and I'm going to be reading Article 2, Section 1 of the Constitution. Executive Branch. The executive power shall be vested in the President of the United States of America. He shall hold his office during the term of 4 years, and no person except a natural-born citizen or a citizen of the United States at the time of the adoption of this Constitution shall be eligible to the office of President. Neither shall any person be eligible to that office who shall not have attained the age of 35 years and been 14 years a resident within the United States. Before he enter on the execution of his office, he shall take the following oath or affirmation. I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
Hi, I'm Gene Zwiebin from Zwiebin Law Group. Article 2, Section 2. President as Commander-in-Chief. The President shall be Commander-in-Chief of the Army and Navy of the United States and of the militia of the several states. He shall have power by and with the advice and consent of the Senate to make treaties provided 2/3 of the senators present concur. Powers of the President. The President shall nominate, and by and with the advice and consent of the Senate, shall appoint ambassadors, other public ministers and consuls, judges of the Supreme Court, and all other officers of the United States whose appointments are not herein otherwise provided for.
My name is Miss Cece.
My name is Giselle. And my name is Sarah.
And we will be reading Article 2, Section 3 of the State of the Union.
The President shall, from time to time, give to the Congress information of the state of the Union and recommend to their consideration should such measure as his shall judge necessary and expedient. He may on extraordinary occasions convene both houses or either of them.
And in the case of disagreement between them, with respect to the time of adjournment, he may adjourn them to such time as he shall think proper. He shall receive ambassadors and other public ministers. He shall take care of the laws be faithfully executed.
I'm Dominique Butler with the City of Stuart. Article 2, Section 4, Impeachment. The President, Vice President, and all civil officers of the United States shall be removed from office on impeachment for and conviction of treason, bribery, or other high crimes and misdemeanors.
I'm Miss Jackie.
I'm Marcy. I'm Sharon. Chapter 3, Section 1, the Judiciary. The judicial power of the United States shall be vested in one supreme court and such inferior courts as the Congress may from time to time ordain and establish. The judges both of the supreme and inferior courts shall hold their offices during the good behavior.
Hi, I'm Andrea Greenlee. I am the Director of School-Based Services at Tyson Teens, and I am reading Article 3, Section 2 of the Constitution. Powers of the Judiciary. The judicial powers shall extend to all cases in law and equity arising under this Constitution, the laws of the United States, and treaties made, or which shall be, under their authority. To controversies to which the United States shall be a party, to controversies between two or more states, and between citizens of different states, the trial of all crimes, except in cases of impeachment, shall be by jury, and such trial shall be held in the state where the said crimes shall have been committed.
Hi, I'm Christina Wyman, and I will be reading Article 3, Section 3, Treason. Treason against the United States shall consist only in levying war against them or in adhering to their enemies, giving them aid and comfort. No person shall be convicted of treason unless on the testimony of two witnesses to the same overt act or confession or in open court.
Hi, I'm Ms. Shauna, and this is the first grade group at the East Stuart Youth Initiative Program. Article 4, Section 1, Full faith and credit. Full faith and credit shall be given in each state to the public acts, records, and judicial proceedings of every other state. And the Congress may, by general law, prescribe the manner in which such acts, records, and proceedings shall be proved, and the effect thereof.
Hello everyone, Chief Joe Tuminelli of the Stuart Police Department. I'm about to read Article 4, Section 2 of the U.S. Constitution, Privileges and Immunities. The citizens of each state shall be entitled to all privileges and immunities of citizens in several states. A person charged in any state with treason, felony, or other crime who shall flee from justice and be found in another state shall, on demand of the executive authority of the state from which he fled, be delivered up to be removed to the state having jurisdiction of the crime. Everyone have a great day.
My name is Monica Farm, and I'm a student from J.D. Parker Elementary. Article 4, Section 3. New states and credit. New states may be admitted by the Congress into this union, but no new state shall be formed or erected within the jurisdiction of any other state, nor any state be formed by the junction of two or more states or parts of states without the consent of the legislatures of the states concerned, as well of the Congress.
Hi, I'm Stacy Hetherington, Martin County Commission, District 2. I'll be reading Article 4, Section 4, Republican Form of Government for each state. The United States shall guarantee to every state in this union a Republican form of government, and shall protect each of them against invasion and on the application of the legislature or of the executive when the legislature cannot be convened against domestic violence.
Hi, I'm Nicole Johnson with the City of Stuart. Article 5, Amending the Constitution. The Congress, whenever 2/3 of both houses shall deem it necessary, shall propose amendments to this Constitution, or on the application of the legislatures of 2/3 of the several states, shall call a convention for proposing amendments, which in either case shall be valid to all intents and purposes, as a part of this Constitution, when ratified by the legislatures of 3/4 of the several states, or by conventions in 3/4 thereof, as the one or the other mode of ratification may be proposed by the Congress.
Hi, I'm Mr. Grant.
Andre, Article 6, the authority of the United States. laws, all debts,
Contracting
and engagements entered into before the adoption of the Constitution shall be valid against the United States under this Constitution as under the Confederation. This Constitution and the laws of the United States, which shall be made in pursuance thereof, in all traits may be, which shall be made under the authority of the United States, shall be the supreme laws and land and judges in every state shall be bounded through thereby anything of the Constitution or laws of any state and country notwithstanding.
I'm Officer Joe Hogan with the Stuart Police Department. Article 7, Ratification and Signatories. The ratification of the conventions of 9 states shall be sufficient for the establishment of this Constitution between the states, so ratifying the same. These articles, done in convention by the unanimous consent of the states present the 17th day of September in the year of our Lord, 1787, and the independence of the United States of America, the 12th, in witness whereof we have hereunto subscribed our names.
I'm Yumia.
I'm Michelle.
I'm Omarion.
I'm Sabria.
The convictions of numbers of states having, at the time of their adoption, the Constitution, expressed a desire in order to prevent misconstruction or abuse of its power that further declaratory and restrictive clauses should be added, and as extending the ground of public confidence in the government will be ensure the benefits and its instructions.
Resolved by the Senate and House of Representatives of the United States of America in Congress assembled 2/3 of both houses, concurring that the following articles be proposed to the legislative of the several states as amendments to the Constitution of the United States, all or any of which articles will ratified by 3/4 of the legislative to be valid to all intents and purposes as part of the Constitution.
I'm Jessica Tharp with the City of Stuart. First Amendment, 1791, freedom of speech. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or the right of the people peacefully to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. Second Amendment, 1791, right to bear arms. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed.
Ebony Jarrett, Principal, Stuart Middle School. Third Amendment, 1791, quartering of soldiers. No soldier shall, in time of peace, be quartered in any house without the consent of the owner, nor in time of war, but in a manner to be prescribed by law. Fourth Amendment, 1791, unreasonable search and seizures. The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrant shall issue but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized.
Good afternoon. I'm William Snyder, Sheriff of Martin County, Florida, and I'm here to discuss with you today the Fifth Amendment to the United States Constitution, which deals with double jeopardy. And it says this: no person shall be held to answer for a capital or otherwise infamous crime unless on a presentment or indictment of a grand jury, except in cases arising in the land or naval forces or in the militia when in actual service in time of war or public danger. Nor shall any person be subject to the same offense twice, and nor shall they be put in jeopardy of life or limb, nor shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself or herself, nor be deprived of life, liberty, or property without the due process of law, nor shall private property be taken for public use without just compensation. There again is the Fifth Amendment to the United States Constitution, extremely important and loaded with some of our most basic rights.
Michael Hopman with Tykes and Teens.
Sixth Amendment, 1791, speedy trial and right to counsel. In all criminal prosecutions, the accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial by an impartial jury of the state and district wherein the crime shall have been committed, which district shall have been previously ascertained by law, and to be informed of the nature and cause of the accusation, to be confronted with witnesses against him, to have compulsory process for obtaining witnesses in his favor, and to have the assistance of counsel for his defense.
I'm Stevie Fonda Carroll, and I'm here with the City of Stuart. Seventh Amendment, right to a civil jury trial. In suits at common law where the value in controversy shall exceed $20, the right of trial by jury shall be preserved, and no fact tried by a jury shall be otherwise re-examined in any court of the United States than according to the rules of the common law. Eighth Amendment, cruel and unusual punishment is prohibited. Excessive bail shall not be required, nor excessive fines imposed, nor cruel and unusual punishment inflicted. Ninth Amendment, laws do not deny rights. The enumeration in the Constitution of certain rights shall not be construed to deny or disparage others retained by the people.
My name is Rachel. My name is Amari. My name is Iris. And my name is Khalees, and we are students of J.D. Parker Elementary.
10th Amendment. Power is reserved to the states. The power is not delegated to the United States by the Constitution, nor by the Treaties. Bias to the states are reserved to the states respectively or to the people.
11th Amendment. The Judiciary versus Citizens. The judicial power of the United States shall not be constructed to intend any suit of law or equality, commenced or prosecuted against one of the United States by citizens of another state or by citizens of subjects to any foreign state.
Hi, I'm Vince Felicione, Fire Chief for the City of Stuart. I'll be reading Amendments 11 and 12. The 11th Amendment, the Judiciary versus the Citizens. The judicial power of the United States shall not be construed to extend to any suit in any law or equity, commenced or prosecuted against one of the United States by citizens of another state or by citizens or subjects of any foreign state. 12th Amendment. The Electoral College. The electors shall meet in their respective states and vote by ballot for president and vice president, one of whom at least shall not be an inhabitant of the same state with themselves. They shall name in their ballots the person voted for as president, and in distinct ballots the person voted for as vice president. And they shall make distinct lists of all persons voted for as president, and of all voted for as vice president, and of the number of votes for each which list they shall sign and certify, and transmit sealed to the seat of the government of the United States, directed to the President of the Senate. The person having the greatest number of votes for president shall be the president. If such number be a majority of the whole number of electors appointed, and if no person have such majority, then from the persons having the highest numbers, not exceeding 3 on the list of those voted for as president, the House of Representatives shall choose immediately by ballot the president.
My name is Khalees, and I am a student of J.D. Parker Elementary. 13th Amendment. Slavery abolished. Neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as a punishment for crime, whoever the party shall not been duly convinced, shall exist within the United States or any place subject to their jurisdiction.
Jim Kowalski, Community Services Director for the City of Stuart, Florida. Reading the 14th Amendment. All persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and the state wherein they reside. No state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of citizens of the United States, nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor deny to any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of the laws.
Hi, my name is Kathleen Madden with the City of Stuart Police Department, Youth Intervention Counselor, and I'm here to do the 15th Amendment, the right to vote not abridged by race. The right of citizens of the United States to vote shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or by any state on account of race, color, or previous condition of servitude. 16th Amendment, income taxes. The Congress shall have the power to lay and collect taxes on incomes from whatever source derived without apportionment among several states and without regard to any census or enumeration.
I'm Jeff Hughes, City of Stuart. This is the 17th Amendment, 1913, Senator Rules. The Senate of the United States shall be composed of 2 senators from each state, elected by the people thereof, for 6 years, and each senator shall have 1 vote. The electors in each state shall have the qualifications requisite for electors of the most numerous branch of state legislatures. 18th Amendment, 1919, Prohibition. After 1 year from ratification of this article, the manufacture, sale, or transportation of intoxicating liquors within the importation thereof into, or the exportation from the United States and all the territories subject to the jurisdiction thereof for beverage purposes is hereby prohibited.
19th Amendment, 1920. Right to vote not abridged by sex. The right of citizens of the United States to vote shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or by any state on account of sex. 20th Amendment, 1933. Ending of elected terms. The terms of the President and the Vice President shall end at noon on the 20th day of January, and the terms of senators and representatives at noon on the 3rd day of January of the years in which such terms would have ended if this article had not been ratified, and the terms of their successors shall then begin. 21st Amendment, 1933. Repeal of prohibition. The 18th Article of Amendment to the Constitution of the United States is hereby repealed.
Hello, I'm Lieutenant Kakufa with the Martin County Sheriff's Office, and the 22nd Amendment, adopted in 1951, states, "No person shall be elected to the office of the President more than twice, and no person who has held the office of President or acted as President for more than 2 years of a term to which some other person was elected President shall be elected to the office of the President more than once." And the 23rd Amendment, adopted in 1961, states, "Number of representatives and representative votes. A number of electors of President and Vice President equal to the whole number of senators and representatives in Congress to which the district would be entitled if it were a state, but in no event more than the least populous state. They shall be in addition to those appointed by the states, but they shall be considered for the purposes of the election of President and Vice President to be electors appointed by a state, and they shall meet in the district and perform such duties as provided by the 12th Article of Amendment."
Hi, I'm Commissioner Bruner with the City of Stuart. Poll tax is prohibited. The right of citizens of the United States to vote in any primary or other election for President or Vice President, for electors for President or Vice President, or for Senator or Representative in Congress, shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or any state by reason of failure to pay any poll tax or other tax. 25th Amendment. The Vice President becomes President. In case of the removal of the President from office or of his death or resignation, the Vice President shall become President. Whenever there is a vacancy in the office of the Vice President, the President shall nominate a Vice President who shall take office upon confirmation by a majority vote of both houses of Congress.
I am Jessica Green with the City of Stuart. 26th Amendment, 1971.
voting rights for 18-year-olds. The right of citizens of the United States who are 18 years of age or older to vote shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or by any state on account of age. 27th Amendment, 1992, representative compensation. No law varying the compensation for the services of the senators and representatives shall take effect until an election of representatives shall have intervened.